Hello, everybody. My name is Robert, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 1 of the Lasagn SMP. Yes, we are back. So, I got a few things to talk about, and while we do that, we're just going to walk around. This is my base. I've got a couple cats, and as you will see in just a second here, we're in a village. I expanded this village house, keeping the village themed or the village, I guess, basically keeping the theme of the original house. I have all of the villagers moved in here, at least all of the ones that survived. It's a rough few first nights on the server, but we're going to talk about that as I'm just going to kind of walk around. I've already done a lot of landscaping, and I've done some farming, as you can tell, and yeah, I have cows and stuff. But I want to talk about a little bit about tomorrow's video. Lasagn SMP, why I stopped uploading for Season 2, and all stuff relating to that. So, basically, back in Season 2, I had no other series going on my YouTube channel. I just had Lasagn, and honestly, it wasn't very fun to just focus on one series. Why did I say series? One series. It was not fun to play just one singular thing and record it. So what I really needed to do was expand my horizons and have multiple other things going on, which is what I'm doing right now. I have lots of series going on, and I'm having a lot of fun, honestly. Definitely has been super cool. Has been a lot of fun. But last season, I did not do that. I kind of burnt myself out on the server. As most people know, I sold a lot of quartz. In fact, I had more quartz ore mined than I had, than I had stone mined. Like, that is just kind of nutty. We're gonna, let's farm all these while I just talk a little bit about this. We're gonna be doing some bigger projects on this server, and that's mainly gonna be the reason, that I am playing on the server. Hopefully we can do some community stuff as well. Stuff that you won't really get to see in other series. So, this series will definitely differentiate in that area, hopefully. But, I just wanted to say that Season 3 will hopefully be more consistent. Hopefully we'll get past Episode 10. I think that's the last episode I uploaded. Episode 10 or 9? I don't even know. But yeah, I do want to apologize for basically just ending the old season abruptly, and obviously, yes, this is a new season. If anyone who is on the server is watching this video, I would appreciate a comment, because it is always awesome to see who from the server watches my videos. This is a great community. If you want to join, I'm actually going to link a community post on Reddit where you can learn more about the server and choose to apply if you want to do that. So that'll be linked down below. If it is not, please scream at me in the comment section, because it definitely should be. But I also want to talk a little bit about this season. As you can see, I'm lagging a little bit. The server's not perfect. Let me just start off by saying this is a vanilla server for the most part. There are a lot of people online, as you can see in the tab list, so there is definitely going to be some lag with certain things. For the most part, a lot of things you can see work very well, which I'm happy about. Especially, anyone who's watching this video will know what I'm talking about in just a second, who will join the server when it started. But when the server started, just originally, when it first started out for the reset, which was, I don't even know what day it was. It was September, I don't know, it was the first, I think it must have been the first or second Saturday in September. I don't even know when this video is going to be posted, so I can't just be like, oh, a week ago. But it's the first or second Saturday in September, and oh my goodness, there was over 100 people that were playing at once. And you may think, well, you've got 60 on now, so I mean, how bad could 100 be? Well, I think they had other issues going on. Like right now, if you see the cows, they're kind of like bumping into each other, and if you see, like, when I bump into them, everything seems slow. In fact, I actually can't even push these cows right here. All interactions with entities seem to be severely slowed and limited, and I'm going to assume they did that because there was way too much lag, because there was so much lag when the server first started, when the server first started, it was absolutely nuts. No one could get anywhere. Like, literally, chunks were loading like one new chunk every 5 minutes if you were lucky. And I'm not kidding, that is an actual timestamp. In fact, a lot of times chunks would take longer than 5 minutes to load. You might be waiting 10 or 15 minutes for a singular chunk, just a 16 by 16 area like this. It would be all blacked out, nothing would load. Then it would load, you could walk, and it was just nuts. I mean, you couldn't kill anything, you couldn't chop down trees. I did wind up recording early on in that series. In fact, let's actually start taking down some of these houses because we're pretty much redoing the whole village. But I did start recording early on the server. On the first day I was there, within the first 15 minutes I was on the server once it reset. And it was, to put it lightly, it was a disaster. Which I definitely don't blame the mods or the admins of the server. They really tried their best, and by the end of the day, the server was actually running just fine, which I'm super happy about. I think they handled everything pretty well. They did get a queue system up, which made the server semi-playable for a little while, and that was like a temporary solution, and then by the end of the day they were able to fix the lag. I'm not sure exactly how they did it, but as I said, it probably has something to do with limiting the AI of entities like mobs and stuff, and limiting entity interactions. So some entities may lag, like for example breaking the blocks seems pretty much there's like no lag, but as you saw back with those cows, they will always lag. There's a 100% chance that there's going to be some kind of lag going around with them. So I'm gonna imagine that they are limiting the amount of AI that can actually be functioning on the server. Not only that, but it seems like they've also limited fish spawning and other things that would just generally cause quite a bit of lag for the server. And of course that is all understandable, and that all makes a lot of sense, and I would prefer to have it that way because then the server's not like lagging to just death. So, and yeah, when I say like it took me 15 minutes to get the wood from chopping down a tree, I literally mean it took me more than 15 minutes. Like, I actually looked at the clock, it took me that long, and like no chunks were loading. Like, things were so rough that I'm surprised the server didn't straight up crash. I have no idea how it didn't crash. Like, I didn't know a server could actually run that slow without crashing. I would figure that it would just straight up crash, but I guess it did not. Also, we're getting a little bit of extra lag here. It's probably going to be like that for a little while. I mean, there are just a ton of new players on and everything. There's also a ton of players who are always on, a lot of familiar faces, of course. But, you know, I think there's going to be lag for a while. I mean, the server's been averaging 60 plus players almost at any time of day for the past few days, because the server just opened a couple days ago. It is currently Monday when I'm recording this, Monday the 9th, so it is only a couple days after, you know, the server actually resets. So we're pretty fast, or I'm pretty fast to record. I did actually have a full episode rearing to go, but unfortunately the episode became extremely convoluted and confusing, mainly because, oh, excuse me, my voice is kind of getting a little bit choppy, mainly because just things weren't going smoothly. Again, with the lag and all the other problems that they had, the episode didn't go very smoothly. There was also some stuff that I wish I did record that I wound up not recording. I don't want to talk too much about it, but I did, you know what, even though it was really rough at the very start of the reset of the server, I had fun with it. I hope that not too many people were super frustrated with it, but you could tell in the chat from the clips that I recorded that people were unhappy. So I just made the executive decision to basically completely chop the first episode, even though I did a decent amount of work in that episode. Hope you guys don't mind, but the episode in itself was super convoluted. Things were all back and forth. I was talking about in clips like, oh, I'm going to say this later, and that is not true. That is incorrect. Yeah, it was just super convoluted and confusing. The clips were completely out of order, basically. It's super hard to explain, you know, if you don't actually upload videos. But let's just say it was a YouTuber's nightmare, so I just decided to completely get rid of it and call that a done deal. But yeah, there's definitely going to be some big projects for this series. I haven't even mentioned what I actually want to go on here. So I'm basically going to replace all of the houses in this village with my own kind of houses. And this is going to more or less be a kingdom, not so much a small village in the north. And we are also in the north. We are 4,600 blocks to the north of spawn, right? This is, yeah, 4,600 blocks north of spawn, almost straight north of spawn, in fact, which is cool. And as you can see out in the water, that is my claim. I'm not going to show it on screen, but basically we have a dyne map, which, or a dynamap, I don't even know what they're called. I don't know exactly how to say it, but we have this thing where basically you can go onto Google and you can go to this specific website which shows a map of the server, and the server, I forget exactly what it is, but let's say it is an 8K by 8K border, meaning that everything beyond 8K is not shown on this map. It's also an interactive map, sort of, basically meaning you can zoom in, you can see things in pretty good detail, and not only that, but you can see players on the map. And if you know Dynamap, of course you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to explain it for people who don't know what it is, because I didn't really know this was a thing before I joined Lasagn, to be honest. I mean, I knew it existed, but it's just really cool, honestly. But yeah, it is really cool. It's really helpful. That's how I found this spot. I thought this would be a really nice spot, so I headed here first. I was able to claim the territory, and that's getting back to that stuff. That is my claim. So on the map, I don't know if any other server does this, but Lasagn has this thing where you can claim territory, and basically you get a red circle on the map, and when someone else or yourself clicks on the red circle on the map, it displays your name, meaning that is your territory, and no one else can build in it without your permission. Now, there's technically nothing stopping someone from coming here and building on my property. Like, anyone can technically come here and build here. It's just, what would that be? It's just the trust system, more or less. This is, of course, a whitelisted server, so there is some level of protection in terms of who is allowed on the server and who is not. And there's, of course, awesome, kind moderators who are always on the server, and they are always very helpful. Do you mind? Like, can you not? this Iron Golem's just pushing me away. Like, stop that. That is not okay. I guess he doesn't like me destroying his village. I apologize, but don't worry, Mr. Iron Golem. I will build you a new, improved, and much larger village. So don't you worry your pretty face. But yeah. Super happy about everything going on so far, and I think we are in really good shape. For the most part, we're going to pick all this up. I do not want these snowballs. That's the only thing I hate about living in this biome. I pick up so many snowballs. It is just absolutely awful. Just terrible. And also, in tomorrow's video, I'm probably going to also leave a comment on the video itself. If I remember, it's in a few days from when I'm recording this, but it would be not tomorrow's video, Saturday's video, because the day this is going up, it should be Thursday. This could all be wrong, by the way. I could be completely wrong. I kind of play things by ear in terms of upload schedule, but this should be up on Thursday. If it is, then on Saturday, there's going to be an episode. Oh my goodness. There's going to be an episode where I talk about the lag on Lasagn. And obviously that won't make much sense if you're watching this, because there's not much lag. But as I said, there was an incredible amount of lag in the beginning of the server. I'm choosing not to show any of that footage. I just don't think it's really entertaining or anything. It doesn't bring any value to this episode in particular. Besides, I already deleted the footage. I mean, it's gone. I yeeted it out of existence, so it will never be seen again. Let's just put this dirt away. I have a dirt chest because, yeah, I have a lot of dirt. We're going to sleep just to make sure there's no phantoms or anything coming after us. There's no one-person sleep system or anything, so pretty much you're never going to skip through night on this server, ever. So that's the thing. Also, I have this cool spot here. I didn't even show this. So I filled this all in. This is all 1 block thick of dirt. And there's a cave down here. And not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I do have some plans. Also, I just realized I keep jumping around on subjects too much. I do apologize for that. I'm really trying to focus more on one subject. But jumping off of that, we're going to go back to talking about what I have planned for this village. So I have a little bit of lore set up, and the lore will help us basically build around it. I'm going to go with more general lore. There's nothing in specific yet. I might add on to the lore as we go on. We'll see. You guys can also suggest some stuff. And the lore is pretty much there just to, give me inspiration to build and give me ideas on how things exactly should be laid out and how things should work in the village or in the kingdom. So this is going to be a Nordic kind of kingdom. There's going to be a lot of, Nordic or Scandinavian type of builds and buildings. Obviously medieval or yeah, I guess medieval type buildings would fit as well. I could say that. You know, maybe similar styles to this, not too far off. Definitely like northern snowy type builds, not things with like flat roofs, because that's not really something you see in northern areas that get a lot of snow, because it's kind of unreasonable, because snow weighs a lot. But the lore is more or less, this is a northern kingdom, and the people here have a very strong trading they've got basically really strong trading power, because they are open to the sea, and there is no ice in this general area, but there is ice everywhere around it. So pretty much I'm going to be probably filling in a lot of this area with ice, and probably, I don't know exactly what I'm doing with the circle that I'm making right now, but that circle is going to be outlining my claim. Also, going through axes like a madman. But yeah, that circle is going to be outlining my claim. It's probably also going to be some kind of border wall for my base, I guess. I'm not making that for no reason, but we will see. And let's just craft up another axe. Keep on having to go. Actually, I guess I don't have to go up there. That's actually really helpful. We'll probably have to, or not probably, we're definitely going to have to expand our base pretty soon. So hopefully we can do that. Right now, that is not what I wanted to craft. I mean, I guess it'll come in handy, but oh god, I am losing my marbles over here. I'm trying to talk while recording. Still haven't exactly gotten the hang of that. I'll get better. I promise, or at least I'll try. So yeah, this is gonna be like a northern kingdom that has very strong. It has very strong trading power because it's open to the sea, and you know, I'm hoping to basically make good pathways here. I'm hoping to, you know, pretty much invite people here. You know, they can take my portal and just check out the place. We'll see how the season goes on, but yeah, it's gonna be like a northern or Nordic kingdom. You know, very snowy and ice orientated. I'm probably going to up the amount of snow in the area. I don't know exactly how that's going to work out, because unfortunately snow of any layer, unless I think if it's a full block, will melt, which really sucks, or it will melt from light, which really sucks because mobs can spawn everywhere then, and because because the slabs or the snow, the snow layers don't stop mob spawning, but they will melt from light, which is like a double-edged sword, because there's just no way I can have snow all over the place without mobs being able to spawn, which is gonna be rough. Maybe I can find some kind of solution. If you guys know a solution to that, I would greatly appreciate it if you could tell me in the comments section. Also follow me on Twitter for updates and stuff on this series, my other series, and everything going on in my life pretty much. Holy crap, that was a lot of welcomes. This is a very welcoming community, and I'm very happy to be part of it. It is an awesome server. I'm so happy that I did wind up finding it and joining. And again, hopefully this series goes on for a long time. But yeah, do have a lot of plans for this place. Again, you guys can suggest your own lore for me to add into this village. We're going to do that and do that, because I don't want any water spilling all over the place. Yes. I am recording right now. But yeah, I'm super excited for this season, and shout out to Call Me Brusson. Brusson? Is that a reference to Call Me Carson? That definitely is, isn't it? I like that name. Fair enough. All right. So we've almost gotten the old village torn down, basically. I mean, there's just that one house over there, and there's, of course, that house. I think I'm going to keep that one for a while. I'm probably going to, sorry, I keep looking at chat. I'm trying not to type and talk at the same time. I'm just trying to read. We're going to up arrow that. I also have to donate to get my donator status back. But yeah, I'm trying to tear down everything in this village except for that building, because I am going to live in it for now. I do want some sort of a house for now. And thankfully mobs don't really spawn too much, because there are a lot of people on the server. So, I mean, the likelihood of stuff spawning is not very high, because of course the server mob cap has to be spread out among all people. So once we get this torn down, I think we'll end off the episode there. Of course, if you have any suggestions for things to build, things that would generally fit within the theme that I've mentioned, Nordic, Scandinavian, or anything, if you're from one of those countries too, that would be awesome. Just saying, definitely cool countries up there. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, anything that would fit within the theme of this area, theme of this base, that'd be awesome. And again, this is going to be like a kingdom. I'm going to try to make it also a functional village, I should mention. For the most part, I'm also going to have a villager trading outpost, I guess, because of course that's just a necessity. I'm going to have to learn all of the new villager mechanics because I don't exactly know all of them. In fact, I'm not sure that I know how or what are the requirements for them to breed. I think it's just food, their workstation, and a bed, right? I think that's what it is. We will see. I can't even reach this. Okay, there we go. Let's get this. And hopefully we can get some enchanted diamond tools soon. Excuse me. Hopefully we can get some enchanted diamond tools soon because doing this all with iron is it's pretty rough. So hopefully we can get all that set up, and I don't know how much of that I'm going to record. Again, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to work everything out on this series. I'm not sure if I'm going to do third-person time lapses or anything. Again, all your suggestions, they're welcome. Whatever you guys want to see, you can suggest that. Wherever you want to see built, you guys can suggest that, of course, and just common suggestions. But that is going to about do it. My throat is dying for some reason, so hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will see you guys in the next episode, and hopefully this is going to be an awesome series. I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, and goodbye.